This is Dr. Lopez. I am pleased to welcome you to our Scholars Award presentation. We are thankful to be able to share this virtual presentation with you. It's very important to all of us at Northern to honor all the hard work of our top scholars. This presentation honors students who've earned high honor roll for every year of their high school career, in addition to our top scholars in our content areas. At this time, I have the pleasure of introducing our superintendent, Dr. James Saruta.
Welcome parents and family members. Welcome active and retired military, our first responders, and all our essential workers. I'd like to take a moment to express my sincere appreciation for all you do every day to keep us safe. Dr. Lopez, high school principal, and our assistant principals, Ms. Hope, Mr. Bennett, and Mr. Cataline, thank you for all that you do every day. Welcome, Dr. Stella, and our academic directors, Dr. Irvin, Mr. Conowitz, and Ms. Stroke. Welcome to our amazing faculty. I've always asked our faculty to please stand to be recognized during this evening's events. So wherever you are, teachers, please stand and be recognized. We very much appreciate all that you do every day. And I'd like to welcome our board members. Our board members have always attended this event. And I'll recognize our board president, Mr. Paul Narwood, and our board vice president, Ms. Angela Redding. This evening, I'd like to take the opportunity to express my appreciation and admiration to all the students who are being recognized, and to all the parents and family members who have joined with the school to guide and support these students since our schools closed back in March. It's been a challenge for sure. It has also given us the opportunity to pause and reflect on just what it is that we've missed. So just admit it, students, you've missed us. You missed the morning greetings and warm welcomes from your teachers and your administrators. You even missed the face-to-face interaction with your teachers, their lectures, and sometimes their funny jokes. You missed the overcrowded lunchrooms, yes you do, and the classrooms that were not air conditioned. Well, maybe not the classrooms that aren't air conditioned, especially in the month of June when it gets pretty hot. Well, there's one thing that you can be certain. We miss you. We're all looking forward to having all our students back in school this fall. We're working long and hard to prepare for all the challenges. Together, we are NB Strong. Students, you've worked hard for the special recognition you are receiving this evening. You've demonstrated that you know how to succeed. Congratulations to you all, and enjoy the ceremony.
As we recognize students during this event for their accomplishments relative to our district standards, we also have an opportunity to acknowledge the significant accomplishment of 2 students relative to national standards. I am proud to honor the following students for perfect scores on SAT subject tests. Fewer than 1% of testers score a perfect 800 annually. From grade 9, Alma Alex, American History and Math Level 2. From grade 11, Daniel Vale, Mathematics. Congratulations, well done. In its third year in the district, Northern Burlington's Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps has been recognized nationally as a distinguished unit with merit. As a cadet-led corps, it is not only our 3 instructors, but all of our cadets who are responsible for this designation. I'm proud to introduce our instructors to present the 9th, 10th, and 11th grade awards. First, Senior Master Sergeant Mark Irvin will present the 9th grade award.
It is with great pleasure that I announce freshman Chandler Pillar as our Air Force JROTC Scholar Night nominee. As a member of our program, Chandler has been a standout. He is a rock-solid young man who is one of the very first cadets to volunteer when any opportunity arises. This year alone, Chandler has participated in 40 JROTC service events totaling over 100 hours while serving both our community and our school. Throughout his freshman year, he has also received many opportunities to lead by example in both the classroom as a dedicated member of our drill and color guard teams. As you can probably tell, Chandler bleeds red, white, and blue, and he is built to serve. He is an invaluable member of our program and our northern community. Unfortunately for us, Chandler will be moving to Tennessee this summer. So let me say, Chandler, thank you. Everyone associated with our program and Northern Burlington wish you and your family safe travels and the best of luck.
Next, I'm proud to introduce Senior Master Sergeant Vivian Bender to present the 10th grade JROTC award.
I am honored to recognize Cadet Kaylee Naprawa as my Northern Burlington Scholar Award nominee. Kaylee is the epitome of a transformational leader. This characteristic was valued and recognized in the beginning of her freshman year as part of the Northern Burlington Air Force Junior ROTC program. She was the recipient of a national award and inducted in the elite Kitty Hawk Air Society, the Air Force version of the National Honor Society. Kaylee currently holds the position as the Director of Personnel. She directly supervises 10 cadets and oversees all personnel record keepings for over 150 cadets. On top of maintaining high academic grades, she has managed to serve her community by volunteering 65 hours of community service this school year alone and contributing to an overall total of 133 hours in this program. Kaylee leadership enhances the morale, performance, and motivation of the cadets in the Corps. She generates a culture of trust and respect to those she leads. Additionally, she is great at facilitating teamwork, welcomes new ideas, and inspires those around her to want to be better.
Finally, here is Captain Sean Hoggs to present the 11th grade JROTC award.
It is with great pleasure that I nominate Cadet Jose Ramirez Ramos for the MB Scholar Award. Jose has been an example of leadership for so many reasons. He cares deeply about others, he has a passion for the program, and he has never let me down in 3 years as a cadet. As the color guard commander, he made sure that our nation's colors were displayed with pride and that his color guard teams were well prepared to serve as Greyhound ambassadors. Jose's huge, warm smile showed the instructors and others that he cared about having a positive attitude and making everyone feel comfortable as he served as the Kitty Hawk Air Society cadet in charge of the tutoring program. A total class act, you can count on Jose to always help others in any way he can. He is supportive to his classmates by never excluding anyone, listening to all views and opinions openly, as well as applauding others' successes. Jose cares about people's feelings and is never rude or brutal or hurtful towards anyone. He cares about himself as well, making sure to keep his academics a priority while maintaining a positive attitude every day. Lastly, Jose's involvement in so many other MB activities, to include 2 varsity level sports, shows he cares about Greyhound pride by making it a better place. Great job, Jose. I look forward to you taking an even bigger leadership role in the program next year. Job well done.
Hello, I am Mr. Matthew Conowitz, Director of Instruction for the 21st Century Life and Career Skills programs, as well as the Visual and Performing Arts programs. You will soon hear from our teachers, and you'll hear about some amazing students who have performed wonderfully in and out of the classroom. To those of you students being recognized tonight, congratulations on all of your hard work. I wish you much future success. I am now joined by Mr. Keith Zanucci, who will be presenting the first Agricultural Science Award.
This year's recipient of the Northern Burlington Ag Department's Freshman Scholar Award is Alexandria Enger. Lexi's interest and enthusiasm in agricultural activities has led her to pursue opportunities for further involvement in our Ag Department. Lexi's interest in FFA has led her to participate as a team member for the career development events, as well as participation in FFA meetings and workshops. Lexi's academic involvement in our Ag program has been through enrollment in greenhouse and biology of agri-science classes this year. Lexi is a dedicated student, committed to achieving good grades, as well as assisting her peers when needed. Lexi's enthusiasm for learning and for agriculture enhances the learning environment. The Northern Burlington High School Agriculture Department is proud to recognize Alexandria Enger with our 2019-2020 Freshman Scholar Award, and we look forward to her continued involvement in our program.
Hello, I am now joined with Mr. Brian Hayes, another agri-science teacher for the next Scholars Award.
Our Sophomore Ag Scholar Award goes to Heather Infante. Heather is a hard-working, self-motivated young woman who has participated in the FFA at Northern for the past 2 years, as well as in middle school. Heather grew up on a farm and is very passionate about agriculture and her involvement in Northern FFA. She is a well-rounded, self-driven student who always works hard not only in the classroom and greenhouse, but also at volunteering at events in the community, as well as working her various jobs after school. Heather's career interests in agriculture have included becoming a veterinarian, greenhouse manager, and most recently, working in agribusiness. Heather is a math genius, and her hobbies include growing and raising plants, as well as caring for and her love for her animals. It is my hope that she continues to grow, learn, and be a successful student at Northern Burlington. Heather is a true example of a scholar, always eager to learn more and new interesting things, and she has the characteristics of a lifelong learner. Heather, it is my honor to award you the 10th grade Ag Scholar Award. I challenge you to continue pursuing your educational interest in agriculture and wherever your learning takes you. Don't be afraid to take risks from time to time. Without great risks, we do not find the great rewards in life. Congratulations.
And now I'm joined by Miss Nan Hamilton, representing the Ag Science Award.
The Scholars Night Award for Junior goes to an agricultural student who loves agriculture and is passionate about the farm community and FFA. She has endless energy. She always has a smile, is quick to take on a new task, and is very dependable. This year, she was first place individual on the livestock evaluation team. She placed first individual on the vegetable identification team and was on the second place dairy evaluation career development team. She also attended the Big E in Springfield, Massachusetts, and the National FFA Convention in Indianapolis, Indiana, and could not wait to get back to let the chapter know the opportunities in FFA. At our FFA Week Agri-Science Career Fair, she showed off her skills as agricultural teacher as she is looking forward to attending college to become an agricultural educator. She served as the chair of the nomination committee at the New Jersey State FFA Convention and was honored to present the reading of the New Jersey FFA 2020-2021 officer team. She serves as our Northern FFA Vice President this year, and I cannot wait to see what she accomplishes next year. Her supervised agricultural experience has entailed taking care of the goats on her family's farm, working in a floral shop, and working at Acme. It is with great pleasure that I present Emily Sadline with the Junior Scholars Night Award in Agriculture.
Hello, I am now joined by Mr. Dave Johnson, who will be presenting the Engineering Award.
Hello. The 9th grade Scholars Award in Applied Tech Engineering is presented to Alexander Krupa. One of the first pieces of advice that I offer to my industrial design and architecture students is this. Once you know the tools and techniques of design, your world is yours to design as you want it. Alex may be the only student I've ever seen as a freshman that has taken that advice and run with it. To be fair, he was doing that before he took my class. He now just has a few more tools at his disposal. Alex takes great care with every project he works on projects outside of class for himself, and offers other students help when they ask. For being willing to put in the work, walk the walk, and talk the talk, Alex, you deserve this award. Thanks for a great year.
I will now introduce Mr. Kyle Schreiner with the Engineering Scholar Award.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce the 2020 recipient of the 10th grade Applied Tech Engineering Scholar Award, Felix Delanos. It was an absolute pleasure to have Felix in Engineering 1 class this year. From very early in the year, I could tell that Felix was a student that could be counted on to bring his best every single day, and he did not disappoint. Each day, I was impressed not only with Felix's understanding of the material and interest in learning, but he showed that he was also not afraid to fail and was genuinely interested in learning from his mistakes. He naturally fell into leadership roles when working with others in the class, and I know that others counted on him to make their team's projects better. It is not just his intelligence that will carry him far, but his ability to work with and lead others, his persistence in finding a better solution, and his positive demeanor that is infectious. Those are rare qualities to find in any high school student, let alone a sophomore. I am excited to have the opportunity to work with this young man in his future years at Northern in the classroom. Congratulations, Felix.
Now back to the Applied Technology Shop with Mr. Dave Johnson to present the next Engineering Scholars Award.
The 11th grade Scholars Award in Applied Tech Engineering is presented to Johnny Lee. Johnny started off as a very quiet student who got all his work done. What a dream student. Once he was getting his work done early, he started asking about doing side projects in class using the software we were learning. I was happy to oblige and let him use of the 3D printer to make his designs come to life. Johnny continually pressed me and impressed me with his work, pushing to go above and beyond for his design projects and getting things done quickly. Mr. Potts often comments about how creative Johnny gets in his class, and Johnny makes use of the combined skills between my class and Mr. Potts's to enhance his learning experience. For being so driven to squeeze the value out of his entire education, I am proud to give Johnny Lee this award.
Hello, I am now here with Mr. Dave Potts, representing the Applied Technology Scholars Award.
Hi. It gives me the greatest pleasure to introduce the 2020 recipient of the Applied Technology Materials Processing Scholar Award, Ms. Catherine Sertikowski. When it comes to design, style, creativity, innovation, energy, and leadership, Catherine checks all of those boxes. She's one of those students that a teacher can present with a problem, a task, or even a layout request, and not only get 100% cooperation, but also receive outstanding effort. Catherine's greatest contribution to our program this year was her ability to lend a watchful eye and to coach some of her classmates through different processes or activities. Many times, Catherine was the student that could be trusted to assist others with setting up the laser engraver or exposing a screen or performing a special effects operation with classroom software. And it is because of Catherine's generous gift of her guidance and assistance to her classmates that she this year has been chosen for the Scholar Award. Congratulations, Catherine Sertikowski.
And with us now is Mr. Dave Johnson to present the next Applied Technology Award.
The 10th grade Scholars Award in Applied Tech Materials is presented to Theodore Cranmer. Teddy likes cars. He likes racing them, to be specific. When you race things, they eventually break, sometimes when you crash them. When things made of metal break, what better place to learn how to fix them than in a metalworking class? Teddy realized this and ran with it, taking the skills and knowledge he learned in class to help his family and friends work on their race car. In class, Teddy always wants to help other students and asks very thoughtful questions that convey a thirst for deeper understanding so it can be applied elsewhere. He's even built a fully articulated scale model of his race car, complete with suspension and steering in class. For your drive to learn so you can apply your skills in the real world, I'm happy to award this to Ted Cranmer.
I'm now joined by Mr. Kyle Schreiner to represent the Applied Technology Scholars Award.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce the 2020 recipient of the 11th grade Applied Technology Materials Processing Scholar Award, Kellen Fletcher. I was very fortunate this past year to have Kellen in not only one, but two of my Applied Tech courses, Engineering 1 and Graphic Design 1. He excelled in both classes with flying colors. Kellen is intelligent, hardworking, positive, and not afraid to make mistakes and ask questions when necessary. He was a student that I counted on in both classes to be a leader and model the way for others. For me, as a new teacher at Northern this past year, I knew that I could always count on Kellen to give honest feedback to me about assignments and projects. I found that in graphic design, Kellen especially had a keen eye, a skill that is not necessarily something that you can teach. With just a bit of guidance, Kellen can take off on his own and be extremely successful. Then, once completed with that work, he would take it upon himself to design something else, not assigned to him, just because he had the time and the tools available to him. This is a rare quality in a high school student. It is the drive and motivation that will take Kellen wherever he wants to go in life. I'm excited to have the opportunity to work with this young man again next year at Northern. Congratulations, Kellen.
Hello, I'm joined by Ms. Taryn McGee, who is representing the Art Department to share the 9th and 10th grade Art Awards.
9th grade Scholars Award in Two-Dimensional Art is presented to Maya Tozy. Working in the art room seems to be natural for Maya. Without a minute to waste, she comes in and gets right to work. Her creative spirit is obvious, and her work reflects her love for the process. She is an inspiration to myself and the other students in the class. Her artwork is unique and meticulous to the last detail. As a result, it is no surprise that Maya is a high achiever, getting straight A's on every assignment submitted. I'm so glad to have met her this year. I hope she will consider taking art again in the future. I have complete confidence in her continued success at Northern, and this is just the beginning of the award venture for her. Congratulations, Maya, on receiving this award as the most outstanding 9th grade student in two-dimensional art. The 10th grade Scholars Award in two-dimensional art is presented to McKenna Hall. McKenna has a noticeable ability to affect everything that she touches in a positive way. Her artistic style is so unique and original. From the moment I met her, I've been impressed. She demonstrates a strong work ethic and welcomes any challenges. She always picks the most challenging ideas to create for her projects, which is just her style. I was most impressed with her determination, execution, persistence, and ability to come up with creative solutions to my assignments. I'm so proud of McKenna for receiving this award. I expect great things from her next year, and I look forward to working with her again. It will be exciting to see the artwork she will design. There is no other deserving student. Congratulations.
Hello, I'm now joined by Julia Kirchner, who's representing the Art Award.
Hello, the 11th grade Scholars Award for Art is awarded to Matthew Wolverton. For the second year in a row, Matt continues to excel not just with hand building and ceramics, but also on the pottery wheel. His pottery wheel skills come like second nature. He took to the wheel with ease and was also able to produce functional pottery within weeks of starting intermediate ceramics. His charismatic nature is contagious in class, which helps inspire other students. He's eager to jump in to assist others, whether it be to help with their skills or offering creative advice on other projects. He's very devoted and always strives for the best in his craftsmanship. I look forward to having Matt next year in Advanced 3D Art. Congratulations.
I'm here now with Miss Kim Ballinger, representing the Business Department and their Scholars Awards.
This year's 9th grade business award goes to Bianca Witzak. Accounting, the language of business, the language that you understand or don't, the language that you must study, understand, apply, and explain. It is the course of English, math, and history all combined into one. Bianca got it. She works hard every day to make sure that she can not only apply the concepts of this language, but it makes sense as to why she's doing it. Bianca's ability as a freshman to understand this language is impressive. Her determination in class, her inquisitiveness to continue asking questions, and her ability to complete the tasks at home set her apart. Bianca is an exceptional student, and I hope to have her in another course to watch her grow and gain her business knowledge. This year's 10th grade business award goes to Rachel Haverson. During the year, I had the pleasure to watch Rachel demonstrate her passion for learning. She is motivated but calm. She is competitive but compassionate. She is intelligent but willing. She is confident but disciplined. Rachel listened attentively, questioned curiously, and applied properly. A true dedicated student to her work, the subject, and learning. The material in accounting is not easy. However, Rachel has shown that it is possible to achieve success in this subject area. Her classmates learned from her knowledge, and so did I. Her perception on topics during class discussions truly helped explain the content and the materials. She is a top-notch student. I'm excited to see where the future will take Rachel and how she will take on the world. This year's 11th grade business award goes to Caden Lemire. Caden is without a doubt a true inspiration to our other students in the accounting world. The concept of this language just clicked for him. Caden is always confident in his work, shares his knowledge with his classmates, and has the ability to reflect on his critiqued work in such a way to understand the concepts further. During difficult lessons or struggles with the application of the concepts, Caden is actively listening and participating when requested. Caden exemplifies so many characteristics of a great business leader. I cannot wait to see what the future holds for him.
Thank you for joining us for the 2020 Scholars Awards. Congratulations to all of the recipients. My name is Deborah Droke, and I am the Director of Instruction for Math and Science here at Northern Burlington. I now would like to invite Mr. Carlos Bavel to present the Computer Science Awards for 9th, 10th, and 11th grade.
When Sydney took intro to programming this year, she caught on very quickly. Although she's mild-mannered and soft-spoken, at least in our class, I regarded her always as one of my go-to people for suggestions, helpful feedback, or sometimes even corrections. Although it came somewhat as a surprise to her, Sydney is a natural problem solver. Dare I say, she likes solving problems. She is patient in her thinking, careful in her planning, and thorough in her approach. She tries to anticipate all possible outcomes, and one impressive quality I've noticed is that Sydney seems never to be fazed by failure. It's not uncommon for Sydney to look at her mistakes and realize that the problem at hand wasn't nearly as hard as she made it out to be. I look forward to seeing Sydney further use her newly acquired programming skills in her future years at Northern. It didn't take long for Darian to consider computer science to be something he wanted to learn more about. Darian has become very good at applying high-level programming schemes to a wide range of problems and applications, whether it be trying to get a randomly generated maze to render on the screen or detect on-screen collisions using algebraic equations. Darian has consistently risen to every challenge we posed. He may not realize it himself, but he has accomplished a lot in a short period of time. Darian is looking forward to taking more computer science at Northern and, who knows, perhaps even beyond. Whether he winds up teaching himself online or taking official classes, I look forward to Darian contributing in his own way to further developing his skills in technology. It's been a pleasure to have Eli in class this year. For one thing, it's always great to have somebody in class who actually likes what we're doing. For another, Eli has a penchant for coding, and that's because he likes problems, or I should say he likes to solve problems. There's a song that was popular a few years ago when the singer observed that in life, some people have too many problems, while other people don't have enough. Students eventually explained to me that this song wasn't about mathematics. It wasn't even about programming. However, if it were about programming, Eli would definitely fall into that second category. If ever I needed help to see whether something would work, or with respect to resolving some issue of my own on my own screen, Eli is the first one that would come to mind to go to for help.
Hello, Northern family. My name is Dr. Leslie Irvin, and I am the Director of Instruction for Humanities here at Northern. I have the privilege of introducing the teachers in both the English and Social Studies departments who are going to introduce to us this year's recipients of the Scholar and Senior Awards. I'd like to introduce Mrs. Farley. She's one of our English teachers, and she's going to introduce to us today the Scholar Award recipient for grade 9 in English.
The Scholars Award for English 1 this year goes to a very deserving young lady, Olivia Bucks. English is a core subject, one of the essential 4 of English, math, history, and science. But what sets English apart from other core subjects is that English is also an art. The arts are a category of subjects that refer to the human application and expression of creativity through skills and imagination in order to produce objects, environments, and experiences. There are plenty of students who do really well at English as a core subject. They know how to write a well-developed essay, and they know how to get an A on a test, and they know how to define and apply literary devices. Olivia is one of those students, and she excels at these skills. But what sets Olivia above the rest is her ability to understand that English is also, and often more importantly, an art. What we learn in our class is a reflection of ourselves. Olivia has the unique ability to see the humanity in what she reads. Her reader responses aren't just accurate, they are exemplary. Olivia's writing is also mature and stylistic. Most freshmen have not found their voice yet. Olivia has. Her writing voice is clear. Her treatment of her subject is sensitive but comprehensive. And her execution of every piece of writing is, well, almost perfect. I find myself excited every time I get to read something of hers because I know I'm going to be treated to something that makes an English teacher's heart happy. Her assignments never sound like a problem she has solved or space on a page that needs to be filled, but something beautiful she has created, words that she wanted to say. On a personal level, Olivia is just a joy to be around. That isn't really criteria for the Scholars Award, but I would be remiss if I didn't say how much I enjoyed watching her learn. She has an expressive face, and when something clicks in her head, she lights up. When it doesn't, you can see the wheel spinning, and she has her head in a book, determined to find what she needs to put the proverbial puzzle pieces together. Olivia often stopped by on her way out of class to tell me something interesting that she learned on her own about what we were working on. Sometimes she'd even tell me her mom's opinions on books too, which always made me laugh. I wonder if Mom knows how much Olivia quotes her in English class. After we moved to distance learning and all the little things about being in the classroom are gone, I'd still get the odd little message here and there from Olivia with a video or a meme about what we were studying. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that those moments can still happen. Olivia, it has been my privilege to be your teacher this year. I feel so lucky because you are bound for great things, and I am so excited for you. I got to watch a small part of it, to be there as you produce beautiful writing that shows so much promise. And I got to be there when you read some of the great works of literature. I cherish that time. What a wonderful thing it is to be young and talented. You have the world ahead of you, a world where you can imagine, express, and create that which is humane and honorable. Let it be a reflection of what is good in yourself.
Mr. Amendolia is one of our English teachers, and he's going to introduce this year's scholar recipient for grade 10 in English.
It's my honor to announce that Nicole Casalino will be receiving this award. I'm really happy for you, Nicole, that you'll be receiving the reward for Honors English 2. I've only been working at Northern Burlington for a short time, but in that time, I could see your enthusiasm and your passion for English. I was nervous starting my new job at Northern, but it was made easier when there are students like you who are nice and respectful and still take the class seriously with the new guy or the new teacher. You are the first student, in my experience, to ask for a book recommendation. Usually I just give out book titles in the hopes that students might read them in the future, so it's really nice to hear of someone who enjoys reading on their own as well. On top of that, I recommended One of Us Is Lying, but you had already read that book, which is like music to my ears, someone that had read the same book as me outside the classroom and outside of what I was teaching. I miss seeing you and everyone else in the 14-15 class. Even with the Zoom meetings that I had, you were still contributing to the class discussion for the book when it is much easier to just sit back and listen. Congratulations on receiving this award. You deserve it. I wish you the best of luck in the future with your time at Burlington and the time after that, wherever you end up in college. You and your family be safe and enjoy the summer. We're almost there.
Let's welcome Miss Solo. She's one of our English teachers, and she's going to introduce this year's scholar recipient for grade 11 in English.
Martin Luther King Jr. once declared that intelligence plus character is the goal of true education. In every class, certain students stand out, not just for their academic abilities, but for their character. Now, I can't teach character, but I am so very grateful to be in a position to recognize and reward it. The recipient of this year's Scholars Award for Excellence in English belongs to Elijah Campbell Ahim. It is no hyperbole to say that Eli is one of the most dedicated students that I have ever taught. He is fully engaged in the process of learning and gives 100% effort into every assignment. When it comes to his writing, he pores over every word because he recognizes that there can be beauty in the struggle. As a result, his writing is, in a word, stellar. Over the course of the year, Eli maintained an impressive 98% average. He seems to know it all, but he is not a know-it-all. Instead, Eli chooses to use his superpowers for good. On several occasions, I have observed him helping his friends, his peers, and even his teacher, me, in understanding complex lessons. I taught Eli the last period of the day, and sometimes by the end of the week, I'd think, I could probably leave early today and just let Eli teach the class. Now, of course, I would never do that. But hypothetically, if I were to do so, I can guarantee you that the students in our class would listen to what he has to say. That is because of his character. You can have the grades, the GPA, and the credibility, but if you don't have character, you don't have an audience. So Eli, as you forge your unique path, continue to let your character illuminate the road. Continue to observe, to question, and to enlighten. In the words of the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, and so onwards, along a path of wisdom, with a hearty tread, a hearty confidence. However you may be your own source of experience. Congratulations.
Hello, my name is Chris Cataline. I'm the Director of Instruction for Health and Physical Education. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Chris Kelleher, who will be presenting the 9th grade Health and Physical Education Award.
Hello. The Freshman Health and Physical Education Scholar Award goes to a student who puts forth her best effort every single day. The student is someone who is always prepared for class, has a positive attitude, and is a true leader within our school community. She consistently demonstrates a commitment to excellence. Her competitive spirit is a true pleasure to have in class. She is someone who always displays good sportsmanship and an eagerness to enthusiastically participate in any activity during class. She earned the highest overall score in fitness testing for all females and scored higher than 90% of the males as well. Northern Burlington is lucky to have her as a member of our school and athletic community. It is with pleasure that I present this award to Catherine Sertikowski.
At this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Chris Matthews, who will be presenting the 10th grade Health and Physical Education Award.
It is with great pleasure that I announce Logan Stewart as the 10th grade Health and Physical Education Scholars Night recipient. I've truly enjoyed teaching Logan this year in the classroom, in the gymnasium, and now through remote learning. He consistently exhibits the fine qualities of an outstanding student and athlete. During physical education class, when many students are more interested in talking with their friends and trying to look at their phones, Logan always wanted to participate and was eager to ask what activity was planned for the day. He always had a smile on his face and was happy to give his best effort. He was definitely a shining light in his PE class. As we have transitioned to remote learning this year, I can tell that Logan is still giving 100% effort by listing his jogging runs and activities he is doing with his family. Logan is enthusiastic and willing to take on new challenges in class. He strives for excellence in everything that he does. Besides being an exceptional student, Logan is a fantastic young man. He is polite and courteous to the faculty, and he cares about other students. I can always count on Logan to assist in class with equipment or setting up a field. He is the type of student that makes teaching an enjoyable profession. I truly enjoyed having Logan in class, seeing him in the hallways, and talking about the Sixers and flag football with him. Thank you for being a great student and young man. It is again a pleasure to present this year's winner of the 10th grade Health and Physical Education Award to Logan Stewart.
At this time, I'd like to introduce Ms. Marissa McCluskey, who will be presenting the award for 11th grade Health and Physical Education.
The 11th grade Physical Education Scholars Award is presented to Sophia Perez. Sophia currently has one of the highest physical education grades in the junior class. She always came to class dressed out and prepared. She always participated to the best of her ability and worked hard. You can tell she works hard to maintain her fitness levels because this year she scored at the varsity level for the pacer fitness test and the push-up test, and that's no easy feat. She hurt herself this year during basketball season, and you can tell that she was itching to get back with the team. Her basketball coach had told me how much the team missed her absence on the court. Not only does she excel in PE class physically, she was always there to bring positive energy, a good sense of humor, and the ability to lead other students. She is a team player and very patient. I can always look to her to volunteer to help me demonstrate something during class. Sophia is a model student and has been a true pleasure to have in my first year of teaching at Northern Burlington. She is one of the nicest young ladies I have come to know this school year. I look forward to watching her grow next year and watching her finish out her high school career. It is my honor to present the 11th grade Physical Education Scholars Award to Sophia Perez.
And now we would like to present our 2020 Math Scholars Awards. First up is Ms. Kathy Cole, who will be presenting the Scholar Award for Geometry.
B is for his brilliant mathematical mind.
U is for his unwavering commitment to solving a problem. R is for the respect his peers have for him. A is for being accomplished in mathematics. K is for the knowledge that he has gained in honors geometry. Barack Yilmaz is committed and dedicated student. He has shown great success in honors geometry. He offers assistance to classmates and is well liked by his peers and his teachers. Barack has demonstrated a great potential for growth in his mathematical pursuits. It is for these reasons that I am presenting Barack Yilmaz the Geometry Math Award. Congratulations.
I would now like to invite Mr. Gene Graff to deliver the 2020 Scholars Award for Algebra 2.
The winner of the 2020 Math Department Award for Algebra 2 is Alma Alex. Every time I have a test or a quiz to grade, I start with Alma's first. From there on out, I use hers as my answer key. I can count on her work to be flawless, and it helps that her handwriting is pretty spectacular. In fact, she has not received a grade lower than a 100 on any assignment for this entire school year. And if that was not enough to convince you that she is deserving of this award, I would add to her resume a perfect 800 score on the SAT Math 2 subject test. Ladies and gentlemen, she is a freshman. That feat is remarkable for anyone of any age. Being as young as she is and achieving that score only makes it that much more awe-inspiring. In class, Alma is a model student. I know no matter how difficult of a question I pose, Alma will always be there to offer a solution and her insight when nobody else dare raise their hand. Equally as impressive is how her mathematical ability is matched by her work ethic and her attention to detail. Alma asks astute, thoughtful questions and often keeps me on my toes. I am extremely proud to award this year's Math Department Award for Algebra 2 to Alma Alex.
And now I would like to invite Mr. Jeffrey Newman to present the Honors Pre-Calc Award for 2020.
The Honors Pre-Calculus Award goes to Alyssa Karate. Selecting the recipient of this year's Honors Pre-Calculus Award was not an easy task. There were several students who had amazing averages for this school year. So how could we choose just one? Well, obviously, it would have to be a person who goes above and beyond the achievement level of a normal honors student. And that's proven by her first three-quarter averages of 100, 101, and 101. It would need to be a person who constantly asks questions in order to understand the material at the highest level. And though her class period is often a quiet one, but studious, Alyssa could always be counted on to participate and to help other students out as well. Alyssa is inquisitive, determined, insightful, and observant, and truly there aren't enough adjectives that I could use to describe her. This award is incredibly well-deserved. Congratulations, Alyssa.
And now presenting the Scholars Night 2020 Award for AP Calculus AB is Mr. Jeff Newman.
The AP Calculus AB Award goes to Joseph Fig. Selecting the winner for the AP Calculus AB Award was quite challenging. The moment of clarity of who should win, though, came to me when there was an instance in class where Joey did not get the highest score, let alone a perfect score, on an assignment, and his disapproval was evident, although he is much too classy to ever vocalize such a thing out loud. He expects to be the best, and his classmates expect the same thing. His first three-quarter averages of 101, 101, and 100 are proof of just that. Joey is someone whose love of knowledge is overtly obvious. He is someone whose face lights up every time he learns something new. However, he also enjoys helping his classmates to clear the hurdles of those most difficult topics. He would even spend his study hall period in my classroom in one of my honors pre-calc classes, helping out those students to get their topics. For these reasons and many more, the AP Calculus AB Award goes to Joey Fig.
I would like to reintroduce Mr. Gene Graff to present the AP Calculus BC Award for 2020.
Every year, I have the task of selecting the winner of different math departmental awards. Every year it is tough. This year was no different. The class of 2021 is filled with so many bright students who have shown both passion and aptitude for mathematics. However, When it came time to choose a recipient for the Math Department Award for AP Calculus BC, Daniel Vale was the most deserving. Daniel has maintained a perfect or near perfect average for the entire year. In fact, I think he's only gotten a single question wrong on all of his tests and quizzes he's taken. Of course, the numbers don't lie, and that is quite a commendable achievement. However, what has really impressed me most about Daniel is his command of calculus and how that has come through in his written responses to open-ended questions. He is very articulate and thorough every time he turns in an assignment. Whether it's homework for a practice grade or a full-blown evaluation, I always look forward to reading Daniel's work. Congratulations, Daniel.
Hello, I am now joined with Mr. David Taylor, our choral director, to present our 9th, 10th, and 11th grade choral awards.
Hello. This year's 9th grade Choral Scholar Award goes to Sky Mutha Ramalingam. Sky is a tremendous singer and musician and has really shown the whole performing arts department how tremendously talented she is. She was featured in our production of Sister Act a lot as a freshman this year, and we only wish that she could have had the chance to perform for all of us to hear this spring. Back in January, she was part of the All South Jersey Choir and was section leader in her section. Also, the best score in all of South Jersey. Pretty impressive. Sky has been such a delight to teach this year in chamber choir. She's a talented singer and a leader in the alto section. Sky, we look forward to all the things that you're going to accomplish at Northern Burlington and in the future. Keep up the great singing. This year's 10th grade choral award goes to Audrey McElwain. Audrey is a tremendous singer and musician and has really shown the whole performing arts department how tremendously talented she also is. Audrey has been such a delight to teach in chorale this year. She's a talented singer and leader already in chorale, and she shows so much promise as a singer in her career. Audrey also tried out this past fall and made it into the All South Jersey Choir for the 2nd year in a row, an amazing accomplishment. Thanks for being such an all-around great student and, of course, a great musician. We also look forward to all the things that you're going to accomplish in the chorale in the future, and keep up the great singing. Thank you for a great school year. The 11th grade choral award goes to Catherine Preisig. Catherine has been an asset to our choral program this year. We're also very fortunate to have talent like Catherine's in our program, especially when we pick hard music in our chorale program. Catherine was again a member of the All-State Treble Chorus 2nd year in a row and has truly become an all-around singer and musician. The difficulty of making the All-State Chorus sometimes is overlooked, but to make it 2 years in a row really shows us how truly talented she is and how lucky we are to have her. Catherine is a 4-year member of the color guard of our marching band and also a member of our indoor color guard. We are also happy to announce that Ms. Preisig for our 11th grade choral award. Thank you, Catherine, for all that you do.
And now, to introduce instrumental music scholars, I introduce to you Mr. Sean Lindner.
Thank you. This year's 9th grade recipient of the NBC Instrumental Music Award is an outstanding member of the NBC High School Band program. He has continually set an example of dedication and high-level musicianship for his peers. In just his first year at the high school, he has been a key member of the symphonic band on mallet percussion, the marching band, and jazz ensemble on vibraphone. He is always willing to step up and help any ensemble on whatever instrument is needed. This year's freshman recipient of the Instrumental Music Department Award is Travis Jones. This year's 10th grade recipient of the NBC Instrumental Music Award has been an indispensable member of the high school instrumental music program since joining the marching band in 8th grade. Since then, she has gone on to be a key member of the flute section in symphonic band, trombone section in jazz ensemble, and baritone section in marching band. This year's 10th grade recipient of the Instrumental Music Department Award is Isha Singh. In 11th grade, this year's 11th grade recipient of the NBC Instrumental Music Award has had a significant impact on the band program over the past 3 years. As a trumpet player in the jazz ensemble, wind ensemble, and marching band, he has contributed to the success of all three groups. He has distinguished himself through hard work and his commitment to music. He takes great pride in his work and helps raise the achievement level of all those around him. This year's 11th grade recipient of the Instrumental Music Department Award is Ryan Quinlan.
Presenting this year's 2020 Biological Science Award is Ms. Renee Farrar.
This year's 9th grade Biological Science Award goes to Sucheth Sithala. We have had a very interesting year, but throughout it all, Sucheth has shown a strong determination to do his best and gain a full knowledge of the topics we are studying in class. It was very early in the year when I identified him as a strong candidate for the Scholars Award. While observing him in class, he was always willing to help myself and his fellow students. His grades were always among the highest in class, and he showed a deep understanding of the class topics. When he joined the Science League, he and his fellow teammates would tirelessly prepare for the competitions, asking thoughtful questions and ensuring an understanding of the newly learned topics. Sucheth pushes himself every day to do his best and be his best. I have no doubt that he will continue to do amazing things as he continues through his educational journey. Congratulations, Sucheth.
At this time, I would like to invite Ms. Kristen Cohen to present the 2020 Scholars Award for Chemistry.
This year, there were a few excellent students across the 6 honors chemistry classes that achieved near perfect scores, making this year's selection of the 2020 Chemistry Award quite difficult. However, the one student that has stood out to both Mrs. Watterson and myself from the beginning of the year until now for her exceptionally hard work and dedication is Rachel Halverson. I am so honored to be giving Rachel this award because I know that recognition of her hard work and acknowledging her drive to achieve at the highest level really means something to her. Rachel is, without a doubt, one of the hardest working students I have had in a very long time, possibly the hardest working and most well-rounded student that I have ever taught. The work that she puts in is evident in the questions she asks, her work in class, and of course, her performance on exams. This year has been a difficult one for both students and teachers. Rachel has not skipped a beat. She is thorough in her work, always explaining everything and making it a breeze to grade remotely. She has kept my spirits up when I sometimes get disillusioned with whether I'm effectively teaching the kids and whether anyone out there in the digital world is actually learning the chemistry material I'm trying to teach them. She has been an inspiration to keep instruction at the highest level because I know more than anything, Rachel wants to learn and she wants to be successful. So no matter how frustrating digital teaching can be, just looking at Rachel's work gives me confidence that despite our distance, I am still helping her expand her science knowledge and future goals. It has been a true pleasure to teach Rachel this year, both in person and remotely. I look forward to seeing her mature in her science knowledge throughout the rest of high school and beyond, so hopefully in person. Congratulations to Rachel Halverson for earning the 2020 Chemistry Award.
Presenting the Environmental Science Award is Mr. Michael Keenan.
The Environmental Science Award this year goes to Matthew Wolverton. Contrary to popular belief, AP Environmental Science is one of the most difficult and all-encompassing courses that the College Board provides. In order to master this daunting course, students need to take in information from biology, chemistry, economics, engineering, and even politics. Matt takes all of the complexities and nuances of environmental science, all of the moral and financial issues that make it a fascinating and relevant class, and applies them to a variety of circumstances and issues, and earns himself an excellent grade in the process. He's also been a crucial part of our Unless project, which seeks to raise awareness about environmental issues in our community. It is for this reason and more that I'm giving the Environmental Science Award to Matthew Wolverton.
And now I have the pleasure of introducing Mr. Robert Craig to announce this year's recipient of the 2020 Physics Award.
All right, David Reed is the recipient of the Scholars Night Physics Award for the 2019-2020 school year. Entering the course with limited prior physics knowledge, David quickly learned more than I could offer him. He demonstrated advanced talent, scoring 100% on multiple exams that had school-wide averages in the 40 to 50% range. His quick grasp grasp enabled him to manipulate this knowledge and generate new applications, even developing his own more complicated physics problems to solve. In the classroom setting, David demonstrated leadership and independence in developing applications. His application of mathematics and core concepts in the physical science setting is superb. All the while, David remained humble yet confident. David displays confidence that is not intrusive or overstated. This confidence has allowed him to share thoughts with his classmates. These thoughts have made a positive impact in classroom discussions and have enabled other learners to see difficult concepts more clearly. Furthermore, his inquisitive nature has allowed further discussion that extends beyond the curriculum of the class. David is always a team player and exhibits excellent collaboration skills with his fellow classmates. Since many activities require interacting with peers, he makes sure to be responsible and finish all his work as well as help the group as a whole. He's also never afraid to ask questions where, in a highly competitive atmosphere, some students may shy away from doing so. By being the person to ask those questions, he is able to open up discussion and allow all students to achieve a better understanding. Though it seems simple, his questions help to foster a more comfortable atmosphere. David has expressed an interest in becoming a pilot, and after completing his studies, there would be no other pilot candidate that I would trust more with the all-important physics of aviation. No matter what career path he chooses, he understands and appreciates the role in which physics impacts our everyday. I look forward to watching what comes next for this brilliant young man. Congratulations, David.
Let's welcome Mrs. Van Skyver. She is a social studies teacher who will be introducing to us this year's recipient of the Scholar Award for grade 9 in social studies.
No student ever attains very eminent success by simply doing what is required of him. It is the amount and excellence of what is over and above the required that determines the greatness of ultimate distinction. These are the words of American historian and educator Charles Kendall Adams, and they are the perfect introduction for this year's 9th grade Social Studies Award recipient. Often the first to arrive to class and always the last to leave, Sucheth Sithala thoroughly analyzes world history. He is highly intelligent, a deep thinker, a keen listener, a thoughtful questioner, and a natural debater. His attention to detail and his willingness to keep an open mind distinguishes him from his peers, as does his consistent and enthusiastic participation, as evidenced by attending not only his class period's Zoom session, but those offered at other times as well. And when intrigued by prompts found online, he even writes essays that were never assigned. It's this kind of dedication and yearning for excellence and achievement that earns him this elite recognition. In a recent teleconference with Northern's AP students, Dr. Robert Streyer, author of the text Ways of the World, reminded us that world history, the study of world history, is both an impossibility yet a necessity. Rather than cringe, complain, or retreat from the complexities of our study, Sucheth perseveres, embracing the challenge with an insatiable thirst for knowledge and understanding. He knows it's not enough to know what happened, but why it happened and what can be learned from it. Not surprisingly, this quest for truth, for enhancing one's knowledge of past events and how they drive the present, has developed into a passion that has resulted in his evolving from being a student of history to being a historian. It is with profound joy that I've witnessed this student's relationship with the subject going far beyond what one studies to actually becoming part of who one is. And so, as he reads, dialogues, debates, writes, questions, researches, and collaborates the lessons history teaches, he works hard to make his mark on the world and to find his place in history. Therefore, it is with the utmost pride that I recognize this year's award winner, Sucheth Sithala. Congratulations, Sucheth, on an exceptional year of historical study.
I'd like to introduce Mr. Volpe, a social studies teacher who will introduce this year's Scholar Award recipient for grade 10.
It is with great pleasure that I present the US1 Scholar Award to Logan Troy. I've had the privilege of getting to know Logan this past year, and in the short time getting to know him, we have built a special bond. Logan deserves recognition for his hard work, dedication, and passion displayed for history. He has not only met the challenges and rigors of an AP class, but has exceeded his expectations. His extremely impressive marks stand out, but what is most noteworthy is Logan's passion for history. Logan's enthusiasm and love of history stood out early on and continues to shine through the difficult situation we are in. He is the type of student who comes to class eager to learn and interact with his peers rather than pass the time. Through virtual learning, his passion never wavered, participating in online discussions with myself and his peers and taking time to chat about his love of history with me. It is special for a teacher to have a student leave a lasting impression on him and her. Logan is that student. He takes the time to stop in the hallway in between classes to chat about history, school, and life. He shares lessons he's learned and documentaries he's watched with me, taking the time to form a bond over our love of history. He has a curiosity and passion for learning, something that is rare for a high school student. Logan is very deserving of this award. I thank him for his commitment to studying our nation's past and know he will go on to share the valuable lessons history teaches us with those he interacts with. Most importantly, I thank him for the special bond he has helped build this year with myself, making my job so worthwhile. Thank you.
Hello, we're going to introduce Miss Sarudis. She is one of our social studies teachers, and she's going to introduce to us today the Scholar Award recipient for grade 11 in social studies.
Hi, so each year our department discusses the criteria that would make up a good social studies scholar. Good grades are given, writing skills, analytical skills, etc. All of these are essential tools for the study of history. The final criteria, and the most important in my opinion, is an actual interest in the events of the past. And this is not as common as the other ones. This is why I chose Tyler Verschelde as this year's social studies scholar for the 11th grade. With some topics, Tyler could easily teach the class. In fact, I have definitely walked up on him doing so on several occasions. His depth of knowledge is vast and sometimes leads to questions that I don't even know the answer to. And this is how I know someone is thinking and making connections to other topics that they have learned about. And it's also why I'm thankful for the internet so I can help answer. From cartography to meteorology, I have learned a lot from him this year, and I am always impressed at the variety of subjects in which he excels. All in all, Tyler is a student who keeps me on my toes, and I value that. For these reasons and many more, I am proud to present him with this award.
Hello, I am now joined with Miss Jennifer Huckleberry, who will be presenting Theater Scholars Awards.
I am very proud to announce that the 9th grade recipient for the Scholars Award in Theater Arts is Sydney Hyatt. I was fortunate to have started working in theater with Sydney in 9th grade. She seemed at first to be reserved and shy, but then each and every time she walked onto our classroom stage, she came out with these vibrant and alive characters. She is very hardworking and not afraid to take on the challenge of any type of character. This year, I had the pleasure of having her in theater arts class, as well as directing her in our spring musical. She was also an active member of our theater competition team. Sydney, I am so very thankful to have had you in my class the past 2 years, and I am extremely jealous of whoever your next theater teacher is. But I know you will light up their day on and off the stage. Thank you for always making my day and exceeding my expectations. The recipient for the 10th grade Scholars Award for Theater Arts is Nicole Cozzolino. Nicole was in my theater arts class last year. This year, she was a part of my advanced acting class, participated in our theater competition team, and was involved with our Thespian Society. Nicole reminds me of sunshine because she is always so bright and warm. She is kind to everyone in class, which makes it a more inviting place for everyone. She also goes above and beyond with each character she plays. She memorizes her lines early, which allows her to explore characters in ways many students never get to experience because, let's be honest, they wait till the last minute. Nicole, thank you so much for the positive energy you bring in each day. I know we can always count on you to set the perfect example for your peers. I'm excited to see the wonderful things you do in our theater department in the future. The recipient for the 11th grade Scholars Award for Theater Arts is Joshua Dekovich. Where do I even begin? When you started in theater arts way back in middle school, you were very quiet. I'm pretty sure I scared you with my over-the-top energy, but luckily that didn't discourage you. Little by little, you allowed yourself to explore new characters and express your creativity. Acting in the spring musicals is where I feel like you truly started to shine. You fully committed to each role and gave them a spark that can only come from you. Let's be honest, you stole the show last year with Jesus Christ Superstar, and it was amazing. You are a great leader in the theater competition team, Thespian Society, and in my classes. Your creativity always leaves me speechless. I am beyond thankful to be able to be your teacher. Thank you so much for your fearlessness and determination.
Hello, I'm joined here with Mr. James Dowd to present a Video Production Scholars Award.
This year's 9th grade Video Production Scholars Award goes to Brooks Wiesack. Anybody who knows Brooks knows that movie making is his passion, and he is wise beyond his years in his knowledge of directors, cinematographers, and editors. We've spent many moments this year discussing films and filmmakers, and I always appreciate his perspective and look forward to his insight. I very much look forward to his growth and maturation as he continues his video production work in our program. His projects were always voted best produced by his classmates. So tonight, the Oscar goes to Brooks Wiesack. Congratulations, Brooks.
Hello, I am now joined with Mr. Matt Pona, who will be presenting the Video Production Scholars Awards.
I am proud to present the Video Production Scholar Award for 10th grade to Logan Stewart. After having received the Video Production Scholar Award as a freshman, Logan came back as a sophomore and continued his contributions to Northern TV. While reviving Northern Sports Desk from a few years of hiatus, he has brought the program to a higher level of quality. He spends time researching statistics, setting up interviews, building graphics, and overall running the show as producer and talent to bring the latest Northern sports news to the community. He's a smart and dedicated kid with a strong desire to succeed at what he does. Watching him advance over the past 2 years has been an honor, and I can't wait to see what he accomplishes over the duration of his high school career. Congratulations, Logan. This is well deserved. I would also like to present the 11th grade Video Production Scholar Award to Kat Skelza. Since her freshman year, Kat has really stepped up her game, volunteering to help out at events, spearhead production crews, and help chronicle the football team's season, both in video and photographically. She's become one of our most trusted student producers and takes a lot of pressure off of us when it comes to running things. She has demonstrated talent, hard work, dedication, and commitment, and we couldn't be prouder of her accomplishments. I truly hope to have her back as a Silk next year to continue helping and to pass the torch on to the next generation until we can get a new wave of Skellzas through here. Congratulations, Kat.
Hello, this is Dr. Lopez, and at this time, I would like to introduce Ms. Sung, who will present 2 of the Chinese language awards.
Okay, it is my honor to present the Freshman Scholars Award to Rihei Pasupulati. When I think of a scholar, I think of someone that's dedicated, hardworking, and always challenges oneself. Rihei obviously has all the qualities mentioned above, which makes him a perfect choice to give a Scholars Award. This is my 2nd year having Rihei in my class, even though he's still a freshman. I met him last year when he was an 8th grader, but in my level 2 Chinese class in high school, where he was already consistently at the top of his class among his high school peers. He always challenges himself, and he traveled to high school just to take a harder, more level appropriate class. That tells a lot about the student. He could have just taken the easier route, but he chose not to. Rihei is a hardworking and very respectful student, and he's also a very fast learner. In Rihei, I see a very organized, goal-oriented, and hardworking young scholar. Rihei, you have so much potential and a bright future ahead of you, so I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. The Chinese Sophomore Scholars Award this year goes to Alexander Chuba. One of the most exciting things as a teacher is when you meet a student with a true passion in learning. And I see that in Alex in my Chinese class. He is so driven to master the language and to learn the culture as well. Every time when I see Alex's project, a poster, or any other assignment, I see how hard he challenges himself to master each assignment and then take it to the next level with a little bit something extra. I know I would never be disappointed in his work. On the contrary, I'm always impressed by everything that he turns in. Knowing Alex and being his teacher for 2 years, I learned that he is so much more than your typical good student. He gets along with everyone in the class. He also helps his classmates, and he lightens up the room with a dose of humor. He's always ready to learn, engaged in classroom activities, and he pushes himself to do better. It has been a pleasure having Alex in my class, and I'm so proud of the progress that he has made so far. I can't wait to see what the future holds for this bright young man. Alex, it is an honor to be your teacher and to watch you grow. I wish you all the best in your future studies.
Hello, this is Dr. Sally Lopez, and now I have the pleasure of introducing Ms. Diana Lee, who will be presenting the Junior Chinese Language Award.
It is with great honor and pleasure to present the Junior Chinese Scholar Award to Johnny Lee, Guangfa, to recognize his amazing achievement in Chinese language study. Guangfa, I'm so lucky to have you in my Chinese 4 honor class this year. Among the very few my second-year students in Northern. I admire your humble attitude and how you always seek perfection. You are a respectful and hardworking student and strive to be your very best. You won't let any language details slip from the class. You seize every moment to learn something new. And you are ready to take and embrace challenge cheerfully, which amazes me all the time. In addition to your own achievement, Guangfa, you are also a great partner to other students in class. You are always available to help your classmates. You have provided valuable feedback to benefit your classmates' learning, and you are an excellent role model and have never hesitated to help anyone around you to achieve more. Now, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for what you brought to Chinese 4 honor class. We are the Chinese 4 team, excellence, dedication, and superb attention to details. I congratulate you on your success here, and I'm looking forward to teaching you to the AP Chinese for next years. 勇往直前，再接再厉，取得 AP 好成绩。Thank you.
Hello, this is Dr. Lopez, and I have the pleasure of introducing Madame Kim, who will present the French Language Awards.
Bonjour. I have the honor and great pleasure to present this Scholar Award to the Freshman Department class for Mademoiselle Zara Khanzada. Bravo, Zara! You are truly an exceptional student. Since day one, you have shown your deep understanding of this language, and no one can top your accuracy in this application. You have it all: the perfect grammar, the perfect spelling, the perfect pronunciation, perfect grade, the perfect person you are. You evidently display so much maturity and responsibility as well. I enjoy reading your paragraph and answers because they go beyond the class expectations. They're the best. I have to admit, sometimes I feel like I want to put 100% on your paper before even checking your answers. And when I'm done grading it, I say to myself, yep, just like I suspected, another 100 for Zara. Better yet, I use your work as a referencing answering key. You make my job so much easier, Zara. How awesome is that? You are incredible, amazing, talented young scholar, and this is just the beginning together. In addition to your high performances, you have the greatest character, personality that goes well with your success. A quiet and subtle attitude, but everyone knows who you are and how you achieve in this class. Don't think that I don't see or notice the commotion around you when I distribute the grades back. How everyone is eager to see what you get, and try to beat you for once. This is so true. You've never had anyone exceed your capacity. With your work and humility comes also your gentleness and sweetness. You accept to help and work very cooperatively with others with an open heart. Teachers at Northern are really lucky to have sunshine in their classes. You brighten my days and make my job easier each day. Who could wish for more? And just like Suchez in your class kept saying, Sarah, you gotta take French all the way to AP. I'm very confident that you will. I really want to thank you for such a wonderful year we had in French too together. Félicitations on your high achievement, Sarah. Merci. We move on now to the recipient of the Sophomore Award for French, Mademoiselle Lisbeth Garcia. Another one of the amazing Garcia kids. Oh, what a pleasure to have had Jonathan and then Stephanie, and now you, Lisbeth. You've definitely kept that tradition going, and I'm so honored to welcome you to the wagon of the elites at Northern. Since the first year in French, I have not seen any slight deviation in your application and performance in this class. It was just perfect, always perfect. You are so determined and so talented, a true scholar. Another unique character of yours, and anyone can agree with me on this, it is that you have this well-composed, subtle, quiet attitude and behavior, topped with kindness, sweetness, and gentleness. I know that you prefer to be invisible. Everybody can notice that, but don't be mistaken. Everyone sees you. Everyone feels your energy, and everyone feels your presence in my classes. Your attentiveness, your scrutiny of each detail, your interesting questions that go beyond the level, your inquisitive spirit, always eager to know more and more. With that, you are super visible in my class. You are just so humble in your high achievement, and this is a great quality of a person. I'm very proud of your success, and I'm very excited to know that you're going to continue taking French all the way to your senior year. Hurrah for Lisbeth! I'm looking forward to seeing you grow and excel as you currently do. Félicitations and thank you for wonderful 2 years in French together. And we move on to the Junior Awards for French for Mademoiselle Akshara Narahari for the junior class. Here we are again, like a déjà vu, Akshara, another year with your name being at the top of my list of high achievers. This shows how tenacious and determined you are. I'm so lucky to have a scholar like you in 3 consecutive years who has never lacked not one bit. On the contrary, you're getting better and better. It's just like the wine in the cellar that gets better from year to year. In this small class of 5 diligent students, when everyone is in the race and competing against each other, you win them all. I admire your consistency and your relentless hard work day after day. And I have to admit to you that I really look forward to period 14-15 to seeing all of you in this class, but mostly to see how you're going to work, how you're going to respond to questions, how you raise your hand before anybody else to answer when they're all sitting silently, and also the courage to nicely correct me when I have an error. How sweet is this? It's very true. Another thing I admire about you is your honesty, ingenuity at work, your kindness, your courtesy, your respect, your patience, and all the positive traits that one could have. I would like to take this opportunity to say merci, actually, merci for being there for those who needed help in French, how you accepted the tutoring after school with an open heart, regardless of your very busy schedule, and I know that. And one last thing I wish is to see you next year in my silk class. I know you have put in for it, so I am looking forward to partner with you and teach together. Akshara, you're a wonderful scholar. Congratulations, félicitations on your high achievers, and to next year.
Hello, this is Dr. Lopez, and at this time I would like to present Dr. Dorado, and she will present some of the Spanish language awards.
Hello, the 9th grade Spanish language award goes to Alex Ostaida. I am pleased to present this award to a student for whom being punctual, consistently prepared for class, and successfully completing all of his work in a timely manner is not enough. He always strives to do his utmost, and with this award, I do recognize both his diligent work and stamina in reaching that extra mile, and his kind-hearted and thoughtful personality. Alex, you have shown the academic abilities that lead to significant growth, self-awareness, and self-discipline. You have always chosen to work hard, showing complete attention to detail and initiative to continue growing your Spanish proficiency. And being a 9th grader in our Spanish 3 class is proof of your stamina and aplomb. Your respectful and kind demeanor are both essential characteristics in nurturing interpersonal relationships. You have been a supportive partner to your peers. You have not only contributed to your peers' input, leading to the achievement of high performance, but also interacted with a sense of empathy that encouraged and lifted other students' voices to be heard. And those are the kind of attributes that make noble leaders. And I wish I could present this award to you in person, Alex. I am honored to have had you as my student, and I am proud of the progress that you have made.
Hello, this is Dr. Sally Lopez, and at this time I have the pleasure of introducing Senora Clary B. Blanco, and she will present a Spanish language award.
The winner of this year's Spanish Scholars Award is Matthew Mojena. I have had the privilege of having Matthew in my class for 4 consecutive years and witnessed his growth in the use of the Spanish language. Despite growing up in a home where he used Spanish to communicate with his granny, English was his first language. When he joined my class in 7th grade, he was very shy and lack of confidence. He would hesitate to speak Spanish, but Matthew came to class every day ready to learn. He deserves recognition for his hard work and dedication. He has not only met the challenge of the class, but has exceeded expectations. This young man asks the most high-level questions and always strives to turn in excellent work. But more importantly are his personal qualities. He is kind and patient, and always spreads his positive spirits and enthusiasm to others. He is rewarding to encounter a student with such a great work ethic and determination for learning and use of the Spanish language. Felicitaciones, Matthew. It has been a pleasure to teach you, and I am happy to honor you with the Spanish award.
The 11th grade language award goes to Maya Tanikawa Brown. Borges believed that we perform our highest when we not merely present what we know, but when we use that knowledge to stand high on the shoulders of giants. And the recipient of this Spanish award is on her way to stand high over those shoulders. Maya, You have performed highly in our AP literature class and has done so with humility, determination, and a ceaseless earned and nurtured curiosity. You are a bright, inquisitive young woman with unabated intellectual capacity. Your incisive observations on the literature work speak highly of your ability to build upon prior knowledge and construct deep meaning from literary nuances that are elusive for many native speakers. You have provided insightful comments that delve deeply into the text's meaning and shows your keen awareness on social issues. I will cherish those moments when you question with logical arguments and original premise I presented. Those are the moments what dreams are made of for my literature teacher. Your inquisitiveness brought some color to a potentially dreary 14th and 15th century literary works. Your work throughout this year reflects your self-discipline and a strong work ethic. In one of your points of reflection on the 20th century sense of identity, you mentioned, and I quote and translate, "It is the interior battle, that of the human being and its surroundings. It is something that we all face when we grow as one person and find the courage to change." End of quote. And yes, it takes courage to change, to grow academically, to acknowledge, to understand, and to transform what we know into that there is authentically exceptional. Yours is the epitome of a growth mindset. I have no doubt that your courage, commitment to learning, grit, and remarkable yet unassuming intellect will produce the stuff of which your dreams are made. Maya, stand high. You are more than capable of making your dreams come true.
I hope that you enjoyed our presentation. Congratulations to all the students that we celebrated and honored. Thank you very much.